All right, I think you saw me painting all this. I think you did. And painting this. Oh, this didn't really glue that much right there. Huh. I started this off voice, whatever you want to call it. Why isn't this sticking? Hold, please. Some of this paper is old, not matte. It just comes in weird. There's so many different types of paper that it doesn't always want to play well with each other. All right, it seemed like maybe I just painted these two pieces. Okay, now, as we know, Frida Kahlo has lots and lots of flowers and lots of pinks and reds and oranges and yellows and thus the colors. But I don't know how conducive that's going to be to Rex Ray. So let me get out my Rex Ray book, which happens to be right here still. Why are my lights not staying on? Okay. Okay, I think I had it. Okay. We'll see if everything stays on. We're having technical difficulties. Hello. All right. To get my opinion, my thought across of Frida Kahlo and flowers, I want to make flowers, but I don't know what kind of flowers I want to make. So ooh. Oh, I like this. Can you see that? I love that one. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one better. And that one looks a little easier for my skill level. Okay. All right. So we have kind of like a little semi whatever. Is this the only one I painted? Huh. I do have other paper here. Okay. I'm getting easily distracted today. I'm having the hardest time staying undistracted. Okay. Tangents. All right. Maybe I better draw on the back of this. This is just one that I'd already painted on. I haven't used it yet, and I'm kind of making myself use what you have before you paint anymore. Although that does not really go with the statement I made yesterday. The magic is, I changed everything to 7. Making papers, using paper that I made 7 months ago on a project that I didn't know I was going to make 7 days ago. Okay, ooh, I like that. Okay, kind of. Okay, now the thing is, I have to make several of these. So, okay, I need to go this way, right? That one would be that way. Yeah, I think so. Okay. I almost didn't make a video today. I say I make videos every day, but I really don't. There's usually a gap here and there. Maybe I'm out of town, or maybe I'm not feeling well, or whatever. But I'm just not in my right mind. My poor sister still doesn't have her car back. So I ran to the grocery store for a little bit. Today's the last day of school here. And the parking lot was packed at the grocery store. I'm like, geez Louise. Is every mother out making cupcakes for their little kids and has to go buy cake mixes? I don't know. All I know is that it was 10 o'clock in the morning and it was full to the rim. Parking lot was full. We have a grooming appointment for our dog. Okay, I love that. Except that it's supposed to be this way. Yeah. It's kind of like a tulip. Ooh, I love that. Right there. I love that. He's a grooming challenge at the very least. And all of his breed is, as a general purpose rule. And this place had kicked him out 2 years ago, maybe, because he is aggressive when he gets groomed, because he doesn't like to get groomed. But we've been training him with this collar that goes around his mouth. It's a muzzle that goes around his mouth. And we've almost, it's a month-long process, but because you take him little bits at a time every day. And we're almost to the point where we can keep the muzzle on him. Lock it close. Right now, he's in the stage where he wears it, but he can pull it off. We put it back on. Okay, that didn't get all my orange. But, he's getting better. He's getting better. And we have the medicine now for him, too. So we called. I was going to go to another place today where he's been, and he's been declined. No, and my husband called me while I was on my way there, and he goes, "Don't go there." He said, "I talked to so-and-so, and they said they will try him again. It's a different groomer, and he's on doggy downers, so maybe that'll help." Oh, man, how am I managing to not get any of these colors? Okay, well, that means we could maybe play with it a little bit more. So imagine this is like a hat or something that she wore, or how she piles the flowers on her head. I don't know. I'm trying to do one freehand here. Oh, I gotta go in the wrong direction. But anyhow, so we have an appointment next week to try and get him groomed. So between the dog and the deer and the birds, it's Wild Kingdom here right now. There's been, the deer are so sweet. But one of the moms, oh, I did it in the wrong direction. No, I didn't get any. Okay. Yes, that's the one I want. Okay. One of the moms started to come towards us, like she was going to charge us. But she chickened out and went across this dirt road that we walk on and went up in the woods. I was like, Ken, she's coming at us. I just don't, I won't hurt you. You can have your babies. You keep your babies. She didn't have her babies with her. If that's one with babies, I don't know. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I think I'm going to put something right there. I don't know if I have an orange marker. Oh, I do. Sorta. Pink. We're going to go with marker because it won't dry otherwise. This is a disaster waiting to happen here. But yellow. Don't have really any bright yellows in my markers that really are standouts, but this guy is a good standout. Oh, man. Woo! This one is more yellow, more pink, more orange. and kind of a little bit of everything. Kind of how I want it to come out. And I'm using the book, so there's a little bit of like junk journaling essence. Ooh, I ordered some paper. May not have a junk journal. A ledger journal, the way, what's her face? Dina Wakely does, but I ordered a bunch of paper from a Etsy vendor, Judy. And we'll see when it gets here. And some of it is ledger paper. Vintage. Not a printable, the real deal. Okay. Where'd I put the yellow? Lost my yellow tempera paint stick. Where did I put it already? How is that even possible? Here it is. I want just a little splash of yellow in places. Now this one, I might put a little bit of orange. Just in the white spots. Just so they look like they came from the same flower farm, aka Rex Ray's garden. Okay, loving that. You know what I did? I need to paint some stems. Okay, I might paint them. I am loving that. Does that scream Frida Kahlo / Rex Ray? Kinda. All right, let me cut my number out here. Now, where did that go? Why am I losing everything? Where did the numbers? I just lost my number. Oh my God. I'm losing my mind. Here it is. How the heck did it fall on the floor that fast? Okay, I think I'm going to put Frida, like right here. Okay. My ADD has kicked in. The force is strong. And this one today. Okay. Now I'm going to glue these guys down. And there's a little tiny, like a centerpiece that goes in the middle here. And don't forget, the back of this paper is all torn, and there's watercolor underneath, and there's painted paper on top. And then I painted that again, not painted paper, but other paper on top. And then I painted it again. So there's lots of stuff underneath happening. But I think the brightness of these flowers still shows through. Of my Frida tulips, or whatever they are. Peonies. We can't get peonies here. They don't grow. Too humid or something. Okay. actually, I don't want that one that direction. I want it this direction. And then this one is kind of like off the page. Okay. The pink is showing through that the underlayer. That's fine. It's abstractish. And it seems fine to me. Now, this is the little piece I'm talking about. It's right there. And there's actually 2 pieces. But I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. I'm thinking I want them a different color. Ooh. I might make them all the same color. Oh my Lord, that is so pretty. See, I would not have thought about doing this myself. I wouldn't know how to do it myself without inspiration. I don't know much about Frida Kahlo. I know she was sick in the hospital. Was she in a car accident? How did she mess with her back? Something happened to her back. I know a lot of people. I know there's a kind of like the Van Gogh show I went to last year or 2 years ago now, I guess. There's kind of something like that with Frida Kahlo. Like and immerse yourself in the thing and the artwork of her, which is what my sister and I did at Sacramento 2 years ago. Don't these look pretty? Somebody needs to talk to a seed company. I would plant these flowers. Okay, now that one's like hanging off the edge. Now, I want another color on top, though. Ooh, what's this? Oh. My sermon paper. Nope, that's too close to that pink. I want maybe just white. Maybe some more altered book page here. The sermon paper came through from the binder and the Goodwill bin section when I was there several years ago with a friend. And the one up in Greenville, I think, is where it was. Maybe I'm going to add polka dots to that. But I got this binder. I picked out a binder out of a bin, but it was filled with all this different color paper for sermons. Before there was apps, I guess, for a sermon to use, for a preacher to use. But I've painted it and used it in several things already over the years. Oh, I like that. Okay. Actually, I didn't get much of the wording. I guess it's kind of like the stamen of the flower in here. Who am I doing tomorrow? Oh, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a challenge. There's a couple in here that I purposely made. I mean, I made my own prompt list, but tomorrow's is a challenge. Okay. Now I think I'm going to take just marker and make green stems. Oh, and Frida Kahlo's on this paper, but she got covered up. I don't know if I already told you that part. Now, because this is a paint marker, it should theoretically go over the top of this. Yes. My husband's out there talking to the dog. Wow. I love that. And by seeing the word Frida here, I think, oh, tomorrow's is going to have to either go on this or this. But I love that. And I love all the mess of the paper underneath. There's fake journal paper that I got from a printable. Then there's an old train catalog-like thing. That's the vintage paper. And then this is from a children's history book. On top of paper that was already painted like a paint palette. And has the spiral stuff here. But because my Frida tulips are so bright, it all works. I think. It works for me. And that is the magic. Now, not all of this was painted 6 months ago. It was painted this morning. But there's Frida right there. You can barely see her, where she would put all the flowers on her head. And I made these very light. Here's the other Frida. See her right there. Okay, so now we need to write on our index. I'm going to make these all different colors. My grandmother had a sister named Frida. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And it is still inspired by Rex Ray, for sure. Just with a little added pop underneath and around. I think that's going to do it for me today. Tomorrow's is going to be hard. We're going to worry about that tomorrow, Scarlett. Okay, thanks for watching.